Hello, everybody. It's me, Ella, here from All Writers Welcome Facebook group. And I am here to talk to you today about where to start when you're ready to launch your book. Like, where do you start? What is the first thing that you do? How do you do it? What's going on? Okay, so we're going to talk about that just for a little bit. Because it's something I think a lot of people are kind of like, well, I really want to, but I don't know anything about it. And so I don't even know what's the first thing to do. Like, I'm like, it's just this huge thing that I have to learn, right? And so it's like, what's the first thing? And that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today so that you guys can get going, so you can start. So the first thing to know is that you don't, when I say, where to start when you're ready to launch your book, well, the first thing is you can be ready before your book is done. You can start, you can start now, even if your book isn't complete. So that's the first thing to note, okay? Which I think, so then it's like, okay, so now what is that first thing to do? And there's a couple things I really want to emphasize that I think people haven't really thought about. So the first thing that you really, baseline, baseline you should be doing, and it's going to hurt you if you aren't, is reading in your genre. Now you'd think, I had this assumption that people were all reading in their genre, but it turns out some people are not. So you need to be reading in your genre. And I'm going to take it a step further and say, go ahead and start reading other self-published authors in your genre. So not just the bigwigs. So if you're like a young adult, of course, we're all reading Sarah J. Maas because she's, her books are so fun, right? But you also need to be reading self-published authors in your genre. And then when you've read the books that you enjoy, review them. Leave a 5-star review or a 4-star, like an honest review. But if you enjoy it, leave a good review because you're creating the juju, like you're creating the mojo and the energetic, give and receive that you're going to want to have when you release your book, right? You want to have reviews. You want people to be reading it and reviewing it. And that's what you need to be doing for people in your genre. So it's like the baseline, first most important thing. It's going to help you with your writing. It's going to help you with your marketing because the next step is, after you've started reading in your genre from specifically self-published authors, is you have to start connecting with them. And the reason you want to do this, there's a number of reasons why you want to connect with other authors in your genre. They're going to promote your stuff. You're going to have a contest and they'll promote it on their page because it gives their audience a chance to win something. But it also so that's content they didn't have to create, money they didn't have to spend, that their audience gets to take advantage of. So that's one, that's one thing that you'll do. They'll promote you when your book comes out. You can be in anthologies with them. You guys can be like, hey, let's do some anthologies. Sometimes people at the end of their books, they'll have especially if it's their first book, and you meet some other authors who are early in the game, okay? They will have, at the end of their book, they'll have just like a little teaser for another author's book at the end of their book. And you guys can switch. You can be like, here, I'll put a teaser for your book at the end of mine if you'll put a teaser for my book at the end of yours. And that happens. I see it all the time. Okay, you can do launch parties together. There's so many things to do. Okay, I'm like, that's like, we're skimming the surface. And I just gave you like 5 or 6 different things that you can do when you connect with other authors. So the first step is read books in your genre, specifically by self-published authors. The next thing, sorry, I just had a thing pop up on my computer. Okay. The next thing, so read other authors in your genre, review, get the good coming and going energy going, right? Like, put out your good juju, you guys, so that way when it's your turn, it comes back to you. What goes around comes around. The golden rule: treat others as like you'd be that you want to be treated. Okay. Then connect with these other authors. And then the third thing that's really important when you're starting, okay, and like I said, you can start now, is to set up and start collecting emails. That is the thing. Like, start getting people's emails who are interested in your book. You can start with MailChimp. They have it's free with MailChimp, okay? Up until, if you can start adding functionality and paying money, but for you guys, when you're starting, MailChimp's good enough. Like, the free MailChimp is fine. Okay, so those are the things that you really, really, really need to start doing when you're marketing. The next thing, and so if you're wondering, well, how do I do that? Like, okay, that's great, you guys. How do I do that? I'm actually doing a training tomorrow in the Book Launch Like a Boss private Facebook group. And so if you have any questions about where to start with your marketing, like if you have some questions just from this video today, go ahead and put them in the comments here. And I am going to do a training tomorrow on how to get followers and fans. Thank you. Yes, Carol. Aweber and MailerLite, yes, are good. MailChimp is, yes, those are great ones. Aweber, I think, is not free. I tried it before, and it's a little bit confusing, although a lot of, yeah, anyways, we've got tutorials on MailChimp in the All Writers Welcome Academy, but they are good. You can do any that you want to start with. I just know that MailChimp is absolutely free, and you could set up a free autoresponder, which is 2 thumbs up. So that way, anybody that signs up for your list immediately gets an email back, so that you know that you can set up for them. Anyways. Talking about, if you have any questions and you want to learn how to book launch like a boss, join the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group, and I'll put a link in here if you have questions, because we're doing a training tomorrow on how to get fans and followers. So it's going to be how to start building up that email list, how to have people start following you on Amazon. So that's the training that we're going to do tomorrow. And if you want to get started and dip your toe into the book launch, we actually have a 5-day baby book launch challenge. So it's just, and each day builds upon the day before, so that by the end you're seeing real results. And it's just like getting you started, dipping your toe in, the thing that you can do today, right now, to start launching your book, right? Because you can start now building up what you need. You can start that with a baby book launch 5-day challenge, and you can sign up for that challenge at allwriterswelcome.com/launch. Okay, so I'll put these links in the comments. It's allwriterswelcome.com/launch. And the Facebook group, the private Facebook group that we have, is you can sign up for it at allwriterswelcome.com/boss. Okay, for Book Launch Like a Boss. Okay, that's the group. Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group. Whoop, whoop. And that's where the training private Q&A will happen tomorrow, Wednesday, December something, the second Wednesday. Okay, I can't wait to see you guys there. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in here, and we will get, I'm doing a private Q&A in the book launch group. Book Launch Like a Boss, we call it Blab. I'm doing a private Q&A, so everybody's questions will get answered live. And of course, the recording will be available. So I hope to see you there. Again, the baby book launch 5-day challenge is at allwriterswelcome.com/launch. And if you want to join the Facebook group, for the Blab Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group, you can do that at allwriterswelcome.com/boss. The time will be, okay, I have Cecilia asking me, what time? And it's 11 a.m. Mountain, so 10 a.m. Pacific. Okay? Okay, Cecilia, I can't wait to see you guys there. It's going to be so much fun, and I will talk to you later. Bye.